Guys, here's a video response for Greggy Boys and Chad's videos about their 10 out of 10 perfect fragrances. I liked the idea and I decided to do mine. And before I even start showing you my 10 out of 10 fragrances, this is the designer edition, by the way. I just want to tell you something. This is my taste. This is what I consider 10 out of 10 fragrances, and that's what I consider the best in the designer game of what I have in my collection. So take that with a grain of salt. I have two honorable mentions. The first one is Malt. Why Malt is an honorable mention? I personally think this is one of the greatest designer fragrances ever made. But because of the reformulation and like now it doesn't even last, and it's just horrible. It's just performance wise now I don't consider you buying this fragrance anymore. This is the vintage, that's why I personally love this one. But for me, is it still a 10 out of 10 with the current reformulations? No. Next one, La Nuit de l'Homme. Here, La Nuit de l'Homme, it's another 10 out of 10 for me. It got me tons of compliments and just a great fragrance. But it's only honorable mention here for two reasons. The first one, it's very popular, so pretty much everybody knows about it, and it got reformulated as well. So that's what I heard. I never really smelled the new reformulation, but this one is this one that I have right now, it's fine. But if what I heard, it just doesn't last and doesn't project as it used to with this current reformulations, so it doesn't deserve to be in my 10 out of 10 fragrances. So let's just go to number 5. Number 5, there you go guys, Mugler Cologne. I love this fragrance. I think this is the perfect bang for your buck, and this is, in my personal opinion, has to be in everybody's collection. This is one of my to-go-to fragrances. It lasts a long time, it projects really well, and it just I think the perfect scent for the summer heat. I wore this one quite a bit. This is a new bottle, by the way. I just got this, I think, like in the middle of summer. And look, this is a 300 ml bottle, and look how much I wore of it already. That's a lot of juice. I wore this one quite a bit, and this is my to-go-to fragrance. This is pretty much my dumb reach when I don't know what to wear in the summer heat. Mugler Cologne, 10 out of 10, perfect fragrance in my opinion. Number 4 on my list. Number 4 on my list, there you go guys. This is Pure Malt. Pure Malt is just a Czech magnet. Czech, and pretty much everybody loves this fragrance. It's unusual. It's not your generic type of designer that you would smell on pretty much everybody, that you would find on half of Sephora's shelves. This is a designer, but it's unique and it's very pleasant. Pretty much from everybody. It lasts for a long time, it projects, and it would get you compliments. I reach for this one quite a bit when I just want to stand out, honestly, and it's just a designer. It's not even, it's expensive on the designer game, so, but it's you don't really need like a very expensive niche fragrances to stand out. Mugler Cologne would just do just fine and it would do the job. That's why Pure Malt, it's on my number, it's on my number 4, 10 out of 10 perfect fragrance. On my number 3, this is pretty much, I think, one of my favorite Dior's, and this is Dior Homme Sport. I personally prefer this over Dior Homme. I'm probably the ginger note, and it just makes it sexy in my opinion. I think this is a very sexy, very pleasant, unique in a way fragrance. I think this one is perfect. It lasts on me 6 hours. It does its job. It projects, gets me compliments, and makes me feel really classy for some reason. It's sporty but classy in the same time. So it's I think it's a Swiss Army knife. That's why Dior Homme Sport on my number 3 as a 10 out of 10 perfect designer fragrance. On my number 2, there you go guys, my number 2, it's Spice Bomb. Sorry, there's I think somebody's using the bathroom or something upstairs, so if you hear any noises, I apologize. I don't have time to edit anything, so I'm just gonna put it the way it is. So on my number 2, this is Spice Bomb by Victor and Rolf. This is I personally think this is one of the best, if it's not the best designer fragrances out there. This is great, lasts a long time, projects really well, gets you compliments, and people love the smell of it. I personally think this one has to, if you don't have too many fragrances, you have to own this on your collection. If you own like 3 or 4 fragrances, Spice Bomb I personally think has to be one of them, to go out, to hang out, perfect for dates, and it just smells phenomenal. And I think Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb deserves to be on my number 2 and maybe higher on my 10 out of 10 perfect fragrances. My number 1 perfect 10 out of 10 fragrance designer in the designer game. Yeah, no, this way. It's a Dior Homme Parfum. This is phenomenal, guys. This is a little bit expensive for a designer. I heard and I've seen it. It became a little cheaper than what I paid for it when it first came out. But I think for a designer, this is an amazing fragrance. I don't even know why I put it on my designer category, because this is niche quality in my honest opinion. Dior Homme Parfum, it is a perfect fragrance. It lasts, it's almost a beast mode on me. It projects really well with the iris, but the leather note gives it a little bit of an animalic sexy tone into it, and makes it a little bit classier and a little bit more sophisticated in my opinion. I love Dior Homme Intense. I think Dior Homme Intense, it's phenomenal on its own. Unfortunately, I don't own it as of right now, and if I did, probably it would have been in my top 5 perfect 10 out of 10 fragrances. But Dior Homme Parfum, I prefer Dior Homme Parfum a little bit more. But I think if you own Dior Homme Intense, you still need, or you can have Dior Homme Parfum in your collection with no issue at all whatsoever. They're both different, and they're both got its own characteristics. So this is a perfect scent, guys. This is a little bit older, so if you like really young, maybe 18 or 19 or in your early 20s, probably you might not like this one as much, and you probably would go for the Dior Homme Intense. But if you dislike Dior Homme Intense because you think it's a little bit feminine for you, give this one a try. I think this is a great alternative. This is a great fragrance on its own, and it deserves to be on my number 1 10 out of 10 perfect designer fragrances ever made. So this is pretty much my video response to Greggy Boy and Chad's videos on this great idea. I just couldn't help it to do my own video on it, and I'm working on my niche version of my 10 out of 10 perfect fragrances, and I'm just gonna do it soon. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys soon. Peace.